What's the spookiest way to come into frame on
Like
Friday
that.
the 13th?
Moo.
Moo hoo ha 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 ha. Friday the 13th.
Cheers.
Cheers and welcome to the bar.
Welcome to the bar on this Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. What a day today. Oh man, it's automatically spooky, right, on Friday the 13th?
Automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no, you can't deny it. It's just
No,
every
you
time
can't.
Friday the 13th comes around, it's spooky.
Yes. Because it's all about the superstitions.
Superstition, spookiness, Friday the 13th.
And Jason.
Yeah. And I always find it's like a good energy on Friday the 13th.
Me too.
I don't know why.
I always get good feels on Friday the 13th.
I don't know if it's the Friday or if it's the 13th.
It's the 13th.
Or the 13th
man.
and the Friday together that just
Yeah.
always seems to be a good day.
It's the combo.
It always seems to be a good day. Absolutely.
Even though people say that's supposed to be the bad luck day. But it's not.
Oh no. I've always had good Friday the 13th.
Me too.
I've never had like a, well, I don't know, not that I can remember, but yeah, as far as my Friday the 13th experience goes, I love going into the spooky, even though I'm not like fully aware of the history of this day and like how it came to be, but I just love going into it, you know?
I am
Friday
not
the 13th.
aware of the history of this day either. I just
No
associate
idea.
it with the movies.
No idea. Yes, the movies.
I just associate it with Jason.
Mhm.
That's it.
Same here. I don't know how Friday the 13th became this superstitious day or how it all started, but
I don't know why it's Friday. Like, I know that the number 13 has been superstitious for a long time.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't even know where that started.
But some people say lucky 13. So it's like, but it's supposed to be unlucky.
No, it's lucky 7.
Well, some people say, you know, lucky 13. I've heard it. I've heard it. I swear I've heard it. Well, lucky 7s, lucky 13s, lucky 20s, and skips.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just making shit up.
Yep.
But hence, most of the time. But yeah, Friday the 13th and its spookiness associated to the movies, obviously, Friday the 13th. But I haven't seen all of the movies. I haven't seen all of them.
I don't even know how many there are. There's so many Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen maybe, well, I've definitely seen the first one.
I've seen the first
one.
You know what? I think I have seen the second one, but it's...
Okay.
Because I think I'm having a recollection.
Okay.
Because... Yeah. Because Jason wasn't the killer in the original. He didn't kind of start doing the killing until the second one.
Sure, yeah.
I've definitely seen that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think I remember how it starts.
Cool. That's good. Well, my progression into horror movies and stuff
Has been
like
amazing!
that. Yeah, like I didn't really watch as many horror movies. I was more action movies, comedy movies. But then I went into the horror movies, and I like them. They're cool. They're fun. I like horror movies. I love the concepts, and I love pushing the envelope with the things that they can do in them. I mean, I think that's sweet.
And that's the thing, right? Like, that's what that whole community is about pushing that envelope. Like,
Absolutely.
how much fucked up shit can we put in a thing?
Exactly. Where can we go with this movie that's going to have the most blood and the most, gore? And then, I don't know if I like to tend to add some laughs into it, but that's because I love comedy. So.
But you know what? I like that in horror too, because I find that it makes it feel more like a roller coaster, and it increases the spooky horror aspect of it.
That's it. It's
it makes
true.
it scarier.
In a way, yeah. In a way, it does. There's definitely, like, you can tweak, like, knobs. Like, how cheesy is it going to be? How funny is it going to be? How stabby is it going to be? There's, like, nice. Again, 2 sips into this beer and you're fired up. Welcome. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Shout out to the person that timestamped all of my burps.
Oh yeah, somebody
in that
did that.
video.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Yeah, there's a video out there where she burps. I think it was 5 times, and somebody actually went and timestamped all the burps on the video.
Love it.
That's pretty good. Yeah, thank you to whoever did that. That's amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, I like horror movies, and I like the fact that I'm learning so much about horror movies because I didn't like. And I love that there's so many out there because there's so many that are just new to me. That like
which is really cool.
Yeah, which is sweet because I like, I love new things, and in the horror, film category, there's a lot, and every time I watch one, if it's a new one, I'm just like, that's sweet, that's cool. Some of them, they're a little bit wilder for me than some other ones, but I can manage.
What would you say your favorite genre so far?
Like as far as any
horror movie goes.
Oh, like what do I like in a horror movie?
Are you a slasher person?
I like the suspense.
You like the
suspense? I like the suspense.
All right.
Keep me hanging. Keep me suspense in there.
So psychological
yeah,
thriller.
I'm a fan of the suspensey, what's gonna happening, kind of unpredictableness of a movie. I enjoy that. I think like if I can't, are our chairs like we're just farting in our chairs right now?
They're rubbing.
You got bump chairs?
Stop that.
Is this bumper cars?
No.
Okay, I got derailed from my thoughts. By squeaks. But yeah, just like in a movie, right? If you get derailed by something in a movie and then it comes back around again, I love that. Like, I love when you don't know where it's going to go and then you're like, and then it turns and it goes the other way, and like the twists and the turns in movies and like the unpredictability of like a horror movie.
I do like a good twist.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like
the psychologic, a little bit of like a mind game inside the movie. Like I like that too. I think that's sweet.
Those types always trip me out. Like for days after watching them, I'll think about them. That's why I don't watch psychological thrillers and stuff like that too often because I will think about them for days.
Fair. That's cool. Okay.
Like
you just kind of hold on to it, that movie concept, and you're just like, what happened in that movie?
Yeah, like when we watched. Oh my god, fuck. That movie with where they're like bringing people back, where they like kill people, but then they revive their brains.
Oh, is that Reanimator?
No.
Oh.
Good guess though.
Close though.
Close. No, it was like the chick was like the main kind of doctor, and she ended up dying, and then her husband, who was the other doctor, brought her back.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, you shouldn't do it because like the.
Oh, why? I'm not gonna be able to remember the name of that.
The something. It was 3 words. Started with the, and it ended with, I want to say it was like complex or.
No, I'm definitely
I want to say
not
the
gonna remember
Oedipus
that.
complex, but that's very wrong.
Oh yeah,
That's
I don't
very
know.
wrong.
Yeah. I can picture the movie that you're talking about, but the name right now, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up. But
that was a good
movie,
That
I
one was
thought
good.
about that for fucking days. Like,
Yeah, man.
Like
It's true. It's true.
Woo! That was a toughie.
Mm-hmm.
I think for
I wish we could get the name, but we'll figure it out after.
Knowing me, I'll probably spontaneously think of it.
You'll remember it later. Yeah, at some point.
I think for me, my forever favorite will be the slasher. I love slashers. I just...
Nice.
Another reason why I like this day, I guess. But
I
love
Friday
slasher movies.
the 13th. Here it is.
Like, I love just seeing what type of character the killer is.
Cool.
Why... Like, I love watching wacky kills.
Okay.
Like, the crazier, the better. Like,
just the wild kills.
Let's see what kind of ballsy shit you can come up with.
Nice.
You know,
nice.
I gore and blood. I love it.
Well, we're gonna be watching the second Friday the 13th, part 2, later on. Put that on, and we'll be watching that. And what got you into horror movies? Like, what was your number one draw towards like that type of movie? Like, out of all the other types of movies out there, what, like, just, you kept watching those ones more than other ones?
It's something I've tried to figure out my entire life.
Okay.
Like,
Fair.
I remember the first... I don't know if it was my first horror movie I've ever seen, but it was definitely the first, like, horror that I remember. And I know I've told you the story a bazillion times. And it was Pet Sematary.
Oh, yeah.
And it was... That was the one movie. For some reason, my parents were just super adamant. Like,
Yeah.
you cannot rent this movie. Back in the day.
You can't rent Pet Sematary.
No. Like,
it's too scary.
It was too much.
It's too scary.
And
it's gonna freak you out.
Me being the little rebel that I am.
Well, when you're young, you're like, you tell me I can't do something, and you just
I'm going to do it.
You just
so,
go and do it.
You know, my grandparents raised me, and they went to bingo a lot. And so I had babysitters. I don't know how old I was.
Fair.
I must have been young enough to have a babysitter.
Well, sure, yeah.
And, you know, they gave me whatever money and said, go buy pop chips and rent a movie.
Yeah.
And so I did.
Nice.
And I rented Pet Sematary because I knew that they didn't tell my babysitter that I was not allowed to rent this movie.
Yeah.
Thinking that it was going to be done by the time they got home from bingo. And no.
She was still ripping.
It was probably at one of the worst parts of the movie. I don't want to say because I don't know how many people have seen this movie, so I don't want any spoilers. But
yeah, it's been around for a bit, but it's always going to be new to somebody.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, so
somebody will be watching it for the first time.
But yes, that movie did scare the shit out of me when I was a kid, and it still does.
Cool.
It still creeps me out. And you know what's
It's
funny?
a creepy movie. It really is. It's a good movie.
It is. It's fantastic.
I like it.
That book, I heard that Stephen King said it was the only book he's ever written that scared him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
ironically, we had this church candle going.
Yeah, we got a little candle going there.
Shout out to Get Fictional.
Yeah, a little Friday the 13th vibe.
I don't know if you can see that.
I don't know, it might be hard to tell, but what's the name of that one again?
It's Church.
Oh, yeah, Church.
From the cat.
Yes, of course.
In Pet Sematary.
Yes, as I figured out from the last one, the Church is the cat, the name, yes, absolutely. That's cool, man. I love candles and the vibes that they put off, and in today's day with our modern lights, like, we don't light candles as much, but...
I like candles a lot.
I love candles in general, man. Like, just the vibe of a candle, especially if they smell good.
I hate shitty smelling candles.
Yeah, dude.
Like, there's this one smell, I think it's gardenia.
The worst. Yeah?
It's a type of flower.
A gardenia?
Yeah, it's in candles. It's in a lot of candles.
Yeah.
And I hate the smell of it. It stinks. To me, it smells like bug spray.
Okay.
I don't want a fucking candle to smell like bug spray. That's gross.
No, that's not fun. That's not a good smell. Like citronella-y.
Not citronella-y.
Well, yeah, citronella's not
the
bad.
Actual,
but
weird chemical-y gross smell of DEET.
Ooh.
Like, to me, that's what it smells like.
In a candle?
In those candles.
Yeah. Maybe they're made to repel mosquitoes. Maybe they're made for camping. It's like the ultimate camping.
Like, do you remember Avon?
Avon. Whoa! I feel like that came and went. Is that still a thing?
I have no idea.
Are people still Avoning?
I don't know.
What happened? What happened to it?
But in any event, they had
Avon. Holy
they had
shit!
these
Bring it back.
That's
a throwback.
Stunk so bad. So bad.
You never know what you're gonna get from a good Avon.
Oh, they stink.
Where'd you get those stinky candles? I bought it on Avon.
Smell like dead old lady.
Avon is like the Amazon that didn't make it. It's like Avon.
But I wouldn't say that was like the Amazon that didn't make it, because people went door to door
but there was,
selling Avon.
It's different, right? It was a different format.
Yeah.
Yeah, door to door.
It's more like Scentsy.
Man, I guess, but like, knocking on people's doors and trying to sell stuff, like, it was hard enough to do that as a kid when you're trying to sell someone a bag of chips. You know what I mean?
You sold people bags of chips?
Yeah, when I was young, I'd go knock on people's doors, try to raise money. I'd sell, like, little bags of chips and stuff for, like, hockey tournaments.
You mean
and like
chocolate, right?
No, chips. Like, bags of
like
chips.
Legit chips?
Halloween chips, like those little mini bags.
Really?
That they hand out. Yeah, chips.
Oh,
bags of chips.
I never got to buy bags of chips from children.
Yeah, it wasn't associated with Avon in any way, but it was... But it was the same concept. Like, I didn't mind. I guess when you're a kid, you got the cute factor. You could sell things maybe a little bit better if you're especially just bags of chips. But, like, trying to sell people stuff by knocking on their doors is just like...
It's funny, you grow up and you realize how badly that's just exploitation of children.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to sell this, but maybe the cute kid might be able to sell some chips. Like, maybe that might work. We'll try it out.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's you never know.
Yep.
Never. What's your favorite Halloween candy that's spooky? Try to go spooky with it.
A spooky Halloween candy?
Yeah, just try to whatever you feel is somehow spooky.
Okay.
Is there a spooky Halloween candy? Like the brains in a bowl of like... Remember when you had those parties and it was like, what's in the bowl? And then you put your hand in and you're like, whoa! And it was like,
I've only ever seen that in the movies.
Wacky spaghetti or something like that.
I've only ever seen that in the movies.
You've never had a Halloween party with friends and you were younger and there was a bowl in the hand and then your parents are trying to freak you out with the, like, oh, you missed that one. Aw, well, we're going to have to do that then. We're going to make a party and we're going to have weird shit everywhere. And we're going to try to make treats that are weird and that are like,
really
this is the brains, and then it's like some spaghetti or something,
okay,
or whatever you're trying to do.
Can I say something that I haven't tried yet, but I want to?
Okay.
Does that count?
Sure.
Okay, so, you know those little trays that you can get to make chocolate mold things from?
Chocolate mold trays.
You know, like...
Silicone molds?
Sorta, yeah. That would work.
Yeah.
Like pictured, not Cadbury Easter eggs. That's the wrong thing. Kinder eggs.
Kinder eggs, yes.
You know how there's like two halves?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get a mold of, I think the one I had seen was a frog.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like an oozing frog. So you do chocolate, and a thin layer of chocolate in the mold.
Okay.
And then you make the two halves.
Yeah.
And then you fill the inner part with like the green goo.
Okay.
And then you put the two halves together. So then when you bite into the chocolate
it's like
frog,
gooey.
it's like an ooze.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That
I think
could
I
be
saw
cool.
a brain one or something once.
That could be neat. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. I think since I love making things and like making weird food stuff could be fun. It's not something we do every day, but to try to make like a weird desserts and stuff like that, and just try to like combine goops and oozes and try to make like oozy cookies with like that could be cool.
That'd be fun.
That'd be good.
Oh no. You know
Two
what?
isn't bad.
You know what candies though that like they're not that great. But for some reason, they make me really happy because they're just the super classic vintage Halloween candy. Is those little candies, I think they're like molasses chews.
Molasses chews.
Yeah. And they're wrapped in this like...
Oh, they got like the top, like, the parchment wrapping?
It's kind of like parchment, yeah. It's like a wax wrapping.
They're just wrapped, yeah.
And it's like orange on the outside, and there's like little pictures of like a little vampire or like a little spider.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah,
those
are
just
cool.
Nostalgia, I think.
I know what you mean. I feel like... nice. I feel like as much as people have made a lot of spooky desserts... I feel like I don't have one that's like glued to me as far as like, that's the spooky dessert. I feel like there's a lot of room to make cool spooky desserts that are endless. And I've seen some cool cookies that are cut to be bats and stuff like that. But I feel like there's still like another level of like spooky desserts that are just like, you know, you just keep going with it. Like just go, just make like the spookiest that's spooky
I
with
hate
like
the
on top
cop
of,
out
like-
of just making sugar cookies and like spooky cutouts.
Mm-hmm.
Such a cop out. Like
I went to that store where I bought these for $1 and they're shaped like a bat and I stamped the cookie and then they're... I followed the same recipe I've been doing for 20 years, but
You're better than
I got the bat cut out and I just stamped it and it looks like a bat, but it's the same exact cookie that I've made for 20 years. Didn't change a thing.
Better than that.
Didn't change a thing. I used the same old recipe.
Better than that.
Better than that. But yeah, man, it's like you could try something else, like make a different type of cookie or like add some goo to it or something.
Do something different.
My God, you've been making the same cookie for 20 years and then you got a bat stamper. Like, come on, try to go a little more.
I've seen
just a
seen
little
people
bit.
take Oreos
Just a little bit.
and make them into mummies.
That's
I've
cool.
seen that before with those little, like,
Oreos
sugar
into
eyes.
mummies. Oreos into mummies. So what do you mean by that? They crumble?
No, they just take the Oreo cookie and then they'll either dip like half into white hot chocolate and just carve out so it looks like wrappings.
Okay.
Or they'll take melted white hot chocolate and just kind of...
Okay. That's
and then
cool.
they get those little sugar eyeballs and stick them on there. I've seen that.
That's neat.
Or
That's
making
neat.
them into little spiders with like pretzel legs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we were gonna try and make some cookies today, but
Yeah, but I was smoked.
yeah, the time kind of ran out on that.
I didn't wake up until like...
Well, you got up a bit late,
I don't know what happened.
but you
I
were
died.
zonked. You were zonked. And tomorrow, though, we'll make cookies.
Maybe. I might be
Maybe.
zonked.
Maybe. We'll make cookies eventually.
We'll see what the day entails.
Friday the 13th, I think you should watch
I think you
a
need to
spooky
watch
something
a spooky
on
movie
Friday the 13th.
I think you should watch a Friday the 13th movie on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what time, if it's summer, winter, if Friday the 13th just happens. When it's Friday the 13th,
I feel like
you're just in it. It just happens.
It's better during the summer though because it's a camp, right?
Ooh.
Like, I don't even know if you remember that. Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, Camp Crystal Lake.
Fantastic. Good job.
Camp Crystal Lake. Mm-hmm.
But yes, I feel like...
Welcome to Camp
My
Crystal Lake.
sleeve, I know it's like non-existent, but it does not want to stay on this shoulder. This one's fine. This one, no. It's like, I just want to be sexy and provocative.
Yeah? Showing a little shoulder. Imagine if a guy just tried to show a little shoulder. He just like had his t-shirt down.
That looks painful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like choking
You're gonna hurt
myself.
yourself. Stop. Ow.
I was just showing a little shoulder, you know. I was just trying to show. I thought it was sexy. Look, you know, I'm coming up, showing some shoulder.
Wow.
One of my accents that don't work.
I
I
don't
got
know
a
what
lot
that
of those.
was.
I got a lot of accents that don't work. I just go for them.
It's bad.
I never steer away from an accent that's not going to work. I just go into it. I know full well that it's not going to work, but I go for it anyway.
So, at the bar today, I tried to find a spooky beer,
What'd you find?
but here in Canada, it's too early for spooky shit.
We don't have that much spooky stuff out right now. It's not that time.
I got the
What'd you
Voodoo
find?
Ranger New Belgium IPA. It is actually made by Steam Whistle, which I didn't see in the store.
Oh, there you go.
But he's pretty cool. This is the Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's cool. How's
Yeah.
it taste? Tasty? Not bad? Good?
Yeah, it tastes like an IPA. It's a 7% beer.
That's cool.
So,
I like it.
yeah, it's like, it's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad.
You're trying something different.
It's good.
Trying it out.
I'd drink it again.
There you go. Trying it out. She'd drink it again.
I'd drink it again. That's my rating.
Yeah. I don't have that many beers that I wouldn't drink again. But I'm not even going to get into it.
That chocolate, was it chocolate raspberry? That was disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I have a few, but that chocolate raspberry one was weird.
I wish we had a spooky bar.
Yeah,
I've seen some
where
of the
we
States.
live, there's not that many. I don't think there's like one spooky bar.
Nah, I think they were planning on opening one in Toronto.
In Toronto, yeah.
Yeah,
T-Dot.
I don't know if they did yet, but I think I saw something.
I think it would do good if it was like a year-round, just spooky themed all the time.
I think so.
Why not? I think it'd be fun. It'd be good.
Yep.
I'd go to it.
I kind of always had this thought in the back of my head that I wanted to open a spooky cafe, but then when I think logistically about owning my own cafe, I panic.
It's a big undertaking, man.
Yeah.
I think things happen at certain points in life when you're ready for them, and other things line up at certain times, and maybe it's not the time for that right now, or maybe it might be next year. Like, you don't know. You don't know. But right now, if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.
It feels like... No.
Yeah. I agree. Opening a spooky cafe would be great, but I feel...
It would be so much fun.
It would be pretty awesome. It would be pretty awesome. Yeah, you'll get there. Maybe you'll get there eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
Life is a process. It's a dangle.
What did I see? I saw something the other day where it was one of those things that was talking about how, like, you don't have to come up with your life plan when you're 25. And, you know, people that change their careers at, like, 50 and, like, 60 and stuff. And
That's
like,
it.
You know, I always wanted to be an author, but I didn't write my first book until I was 62.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like maybe I'll be 50 by the time I open my spooky cafe, and I'll only have it for 2 years, but hey.
Yeah. I like to say that you have to live your life one Friday the 13th at a time.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. That's going to be my saying. You should live your life one Friday the 13th at a time.
Our best friend was born on Friday the 13th.
Oh, Phil.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, Phil.
Yeah.
Phil, Friday the 13th. Shout out to Phil. What's up, Phil?
Phil won't watch this.
Phil won't watch this, no.
He should, though.
He'll be like, what's a YouTube? Never heard of it. Videos on the internet?
You know what?
People put videos on the internet? What the
Phil-
hell is that all about?
I think Phil is worse at technology than I am.
He's so bad!
And I'm real
He's
bad.
so bad!
But
I love him to pieces, but when it comes to technology, don't ask him any questions.
no.
Oh my
it's worse
God.
than me.
But he loves horror, so that you guys meet, like,
Oh my
meet on
God.
that. Yeah, but oh my God. He'd probably be like, there's videos on the internet? He's like a young person with like a old soul that like just
That's also why I get along with
hates
him.
technology and like wants to throw it all out the window and like throw it all in the lake.
In Crystal Lake.
Oh, in Crystal Lake, well
I
played.
think that's part of the reason why
Well played.
that Friday the 13th is his favorite horror movie.
Why is that?
Because he was born on Friday the 13th and he's a huge mama's boy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's true.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
those two things combined.
What a beauty. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Good times.
Do you have a favorite horror movie yet that you've seen that you remember? Like, is there one that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know, man. The Freddy vs. Jason thing was pretty cool.
We didn't watch Freddy vs. Jason.
We didn't watch it, but I've seen it before.
You've seen Freddy vs. Jason?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, you've seen Freddy vs. Jason.
We watched it. We watched it at some point.
No.
I'm pretty sure we watched it with Phil, didn't we?
I think you're thinking of Friday the 13th.
No, I swear we watched Freddy vs. Jason with Phil.
No, I think maybe you're thinking about how Phil and I always argue about Freddy vs. Jason.
I thought we all watched it together at one point.
No.
No,
I put money down on that. And you know when I say that...
Maybe I'm thinking of another. Maybe I'm thinking of another movie then. I thought that was the one though.
No.
No?
No.
Well, then it's just Scream is my favorite movie then.
You know what? Scream is epic.
Scream is good.
Scream is
I like
epic.
Scream.
That whole series...
I swear I've seen Freddy vs. Jason though. Maybe I didn't watch it with you. Maybe I saw it at some point.
I
feel like I have this point in time where I watched it.
I don't know what it would be like.
Maybe if we didn't watch it together, I might have seen it at some point. I just feel like I've watched it.
We're gonna have to watch it now to see if we've seen it. Because
I would remember it 100%.
I know.
I feel like I've watched it.
I know the first time that you and I watched Nightmare on Elm Street together, you hadn't seen Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nope. No, I remember that. That was my first time watching that one. Yeah.
And I feel
definitely
like,
my first time watching that one.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is one of those movies you remember when you watch it.
Oh yeah, it was good. I liked
that's
it.
my favorite slasher series of all time.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
You know, it's either between Freddy or Chucky, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah. But then I said Scream because Scream's good.
Yeah, Scream is good. But I feel like it'd be
Scream.
so weird to watch Freddy vs. Jason without watching A Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's true. But I think at some point it just popped into my life. Like, I don't know.
But you being like an action type of person, I feel like maybe that's why you would have watched it, because it's kind of action-y.
I feel like there's just some point where I watched this movie. We'll watch it again to make sure, but I think I've seen it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But what do you think is your scariest mask as far as like memorable masks in movies go? Like, just like a mask that you think maybe not memorable, but like your favorite. Let's just go with your favorite.
Okay, my favorite.
Just a mask of like a horror mask.
That I've worn, that I've seen in movies.
You don't have to have worn it. Just something in one of the movies you're like, I like that, or I like the way they made that, or just like something that's really like cool to you.
So a mask in a movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, because
there's a lot of masks.
My answers would be different.
Oh, fair. Okay.
So.
Okay, well, let's stick with pop culture masks that got popular, that are out there, more well-known masks. Go in that direction. More well-known masks to people.
Oh, God.
I know, there's a lot.
I feel like that's such an open question.
There's a lot of masks.
Do you have an answer?
I was hoping you had one. I came up with the question. Okay. You can't deflect a question.
Okay, I'm not deflecting. I have multiple answers to said question.
You can't send back a question. You can't send back a question like that. I made the question. I'm sending it.
Is there rules?
You can't send back the question.
Random.
I create the question. You can't deflect it back. You can't have your question shield up. Like, what about you? What about you?
You didn't tell me I'm not allowed to have a question shield. Where's the rules? I want to see the fucking rule book.
That's a good play when you're talking to somebody, though. It's just like, what about you? Deflect it back. Oh, I like that question. What's your answer? I love the question shield. I love it. And so I'm gonna bounce it back.
Oh man!
Just to give you more time to think about it.
Where should I start?
I don't know my answer, but what's yours?
I have so many masks I could talk about.
There's a lot of masks.
I'm just gonna go. So
there's a lot of masks. It's a big question.
As far as like, I guess slasher masks, because a lot of slashers wear masks. I would say, I love Leatherface. From Texas Chainsaw, because it's so fucked up.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's just a sewn-on person's face.
Leatherface, yeah, that's good.
That's fuckered.
It's a good
one. I love that.
It's good
because it's twisted.
It is.
A mask that for some reason always freaks me out is those big rubber horse masks.
Ooh, yeah, the horse masks. You see people walking around with them.
Yeah, that shit creeps me out.
Horse people.
That shit creeps me out. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But I think like any animal mask that a person's wearing is always strange. Yeah,
I love chickens.
I don't know what it is about people wearing animal masks, but I find that it's like.
But it's gonna be those really big animals.
Yeah, the oversized ones. Yeah, I think it's cool, but it's just weird. But it's cool. I like it though. Yeah, but I like your answer. That's cool. I think the most iconic one to me is the Scream mask.
It is very iconic.
It's so just like with the long like face and like it's just the popularity of it is just ridiculous.
And what's funny?
How they just designed it, and it just caught on so hard, and it blew up, and it's such like a recognizable. It's got to be the most recognizable one.
You know what? I think you're right.
It has to be.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right.
Probably.
I was gonna say
to me. Anyway.
I was gonna say maybe Jason with the hockey mask, because that one's also really recognizable.
That one's good too. Yeah, that's good.
But I think because Scream came out in the 90s, I feel like with the whole thing right now, I think I would say that Scream is probably the most recognizable one.
Yeah. There was actually a point in time where I feel like I couldn't go a day without like seeing somebody wear that mask. After it, like those movies got right popular, like every Halloween, they were all over the place, and then days after that, people would have them. People would be bringing them to places. The mask would just pop up everywhere. It's like they were in your life if you go to a friend's place. Like when that mask got really popular, it's like no matter where you went, if you were at a friend's place, you had one of your own, and they were all over. And it was really cool.
I feel like those costumes with the long ghost face mask and like the black cape and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that as a Halloween costume has been around forever.
Yeah.
But then when the Scream movies came out, that made those costumes popular.
True.
Which is bonkers. Like I don't know if that's ever happened with something before.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Right? Good point, though, where like a movie, well, maybe it has happened, but where a movie made a Halloween costume popular.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around, right? The Halloween costume will be based off of the movie.
The movie, yeah.
But in this case, because of the way the Scream franchise was written, which I think is fucking genius.
That was pretty. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
You know, like, I don't even know who wrote Scream. That's terrible.
I don't know. Yeah, we gotta look into it.
I gotta learn.
I know. I'm bad with names and like it's.
I'm so bad.
But I love when you read books and you watch movies and you just try and see like, oh, that person worked with that and that person worked on that movie with that person, and it's just so cool to see how these people get together and make. Make all these cool franchises and movies. It's just awesome.
And it's neat when you start seeing that where you're like, oh, like that director who directed this worked with this guy who directed that, and then you start doing like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Nice.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, you 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon it, and the next thing you know, you just did a full circle of movies.
Yep.
And action and comedies and horrors. I think I'm really interested to try to figure out the origins of Friday the 13th. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I never really looked into it. You know those things where you just... Yeah. You don't always have to find like the origins of stuff or how something started.
It's
but
always
like
interesting though.
It is interesting. It's really cool. And like Friday the 13th to me, it's like I don't know a time where it didn't exist. Like it's always been in my life. As far as I can remember, Really Friday the 13th, spooky horror movies, and like I never really thought about it too much to a point where I was like, well, why? It's like, no, yeah, it's Friday the 13th, yeah, spooky baby.
Yeah.
It's bad luck. Ah. Yeah, but here we are. I'm stoked to watch a movie later. We'll make some popcorn or something. Make a little popcorn.
A little popcorn.
What's your favorite movie snack? Favorite movie snack?
Besides popcorn?
No. If you just want to say popcorn.
I want to say popcorn.
Popcorn. Favorite movie snack? Popcorn.
Yep.
Yeah. Get the kernels going and the machine fired up. Ooh, how do you like your popcorn though? What do you put on yours to make it perfect? This is your ultimate bowl of Jiffy Pop. Poppity pop pop.
You know what? Honestly, like
straight
classic salt and I'm a margarine person, so
salt and margarine.
Like butter. I don't like butter, so yeah, salt and margarine.
Okay, salt and margarine on your popcorn.
I like to mix up my popcorn, but that's like my.
That's your ultimate.
My ultimate.
Just a little salt.
Yeah.
Man, we are not complicated people. We're pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
Are you the same?
I'm pretty close. But I do like the salt and vinegar shakers.
See, I like the sour cream.
The sour cream's good. I'm not saying that it's
Awesome.
bad. But I've always loved salt and vinegar.
I do too.
I
do
just
love
love it.
vinegar.
And on popcorn, yeah, I know it maybe doesn't work all the time.
No, it's epic. Like,
but
especially when you
it's
put
good.
you know how much I love vinegar.
But sometimes if you put too much butter and then you put the salt and vinegar, it can be a little too much. You gotta have a nice ratio. The ratio is key. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is you gotta have a good ratio. Because if sometimes you do too much somewhere or you do too much butter, then you gotta have a nice ratio.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know?
Yep.
And it's tough to get it perfect all the time.
It is.
God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like you're getting like a measuring cup. You're like, half a teaspoon of butter and half
Who
a
the fuck
teaspoon.
does that for popcorn?
That's what I'm saying. You just put some butter on it and you just shake it. You don't measure it. You just do it.
Yeah.
You just melt some shit. You make it.
I started thinking about different types of popcorn.
Ooh, yeah. Well, there's
Ketchup
so many.
popcorn's really good
Ketchup
too.
popcorn's alright.
I really
There's
like
like caramel popcorn. There's like the chocolate popcorn. You can go nuts.
I used to like Crunch and Munch.
Yeah, you can just.
You know,
Yeah,
when they
all
had
kinds
the
of flavored
caramel
shit.
popcorn with the peanuts.
Oh, I'm getting hungry now.
Well, maybe we should have a snack.
We should have a snack. I'm getting hungry talking about popcorn. We should just go make some popcorn.
We should.
Yeah. Friday the 13th. Yeah. I like the masks. I like Scream. I like. What do I not like about Friday the 13th?
Don't mind the yawn.
Yeah. I think I don't like the people that don't like Friday the 13th.
I agree. Fuck those people. Those people suck.
Yeah.
I've never met someone that doesn't like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I never have.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta like Friday the 13th.
Maybe it's because
You know what? The people that don't like Friday the 13th are the people that get, I don't know, something happens to them.
Yeah!
That's what it is. I've just figured it out.
That's it.
If you're sitting there and you don't like Friday the 13th, something bad happens to you, you brought it on yourself.
I agree. You fucking...
You put the wrong waves out there.
Yeah, what's the word? You
channeled the energy that was, and you made it, it's like...
not channeled.
Yeah, it's like...
Manifested.
Yeah.
You manifested
You manifested
shit.
burnt toast.
Yes, you manifested burnt toast.
Yes, you brought burnt toast into your life.
Burnt toast and dead bats into your life.
I thought you were going to say dead batteries for a second.
That
You
too.
stopped at bats. We should say dead batteries.
Dead bats.
Yeah, if your battery's dead on Friday the 13th... Yeah.
Dead bats.
Dead bats. Dead bats for everyone. Ugh. Dead bats.
Oh.
Do you ever chase a bat?
I've never oh.
You ever chase a bat?
I thought I did, but I didn't. I ran away from a bat once. But,
We had, this one time at camp, we had a bat that got into the camp.
I think your dad told me this story.
Yeah. So we had a fishing net, and
He was telling me how much he hates bats.
we were running around the camp trying to get the bat, and we had the fish. It was the funniest thing. Oh my god, he hates bats, and I don't like bats. I'm not like a huge fan
I love
of
bats.
bats that are outside and doing their thing, whatever. But if it's inside the camp and it's flying around and you could see it, it's like, so we had a fishing net. And we were inside the camp with the fishing net, and we were trying to get this bat, and the bat was flying around the camp, and my dad hates bats, and then I had the fishing net, and we were trying to get this bat, and I think that we just opened the door, and eventually, after enough circling, the bat just went out the door and flew away, but we never got it in the net. I remember, I swear that we were just getting it to move around enough that it just flew out eventually.
Yeah, probably.
But we were chasing it around for 10 minutes trying to get it out of the camp, and I was like, what the hell? But it just kept flying in circles. We couldn't get it out. And then eventually we open the door and we just try to get it to go that way.
Because it's panicking, right?
Yeah,
Because it doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
No, we were just chasing this bat around, and I was like,
That's funny.
And the bat just kind of eventually flew away.
No.
But yeah.
No, I've never chased a bat.
It was my one bat encounter that I'll never forget that one, that's for sure.
The bat encounter that I will never forget was I was delivering Sears Christmas catalogs.
Okay.
And I was in an apartment building with Mel, my friend. And it was this long, narrow hallway, and then as apartments are, and then the elevator was at the end of it, and there was a bat in the hallway, and so we're like, well, fuck this, we don't want to deal with the bat. And so we bolted into the elevator, and we're hitting the closed door button as the bat's bouncing its way down the hallway, making its way towards the elevator. We're like, fucking close the door! Like, you don't want to be stuck in an elevator with a bat. Nope. I love bats, but I don't want to be stuck in an elevator with one. And like...
That sounds awful.
Like, legit, it was like a movie. Like, the door closed as soon as the bat
and
was
the bat was
forward.
like, coming
The bat
out.
was like, Wah! And then we were like, no.
See ya!
Except it didn't make that noise.
It didn't make the rat noise?
No.
Bats don't make that kind of noise? They
Not
just make
really.
the high-pitched squeaks?
Squeak.
High-pitched squeaks?
They're so cute!
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're not, but when they're inside or when they're coming at you, when you're coming,
I want to see before I die, because I've never seen one, is those giant flying foxes. The big fruit bats. Fuck, they're cute. I want to see it. And I want to poke its nose, but I can't because you're not allowed. Because bats can carry disease and you have to wear gloves.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. But if you have gloves on, would you be alright?
Yeah, I'd absolutely snuggle it.
Hang out with it for a while?
Oh, absolutely. I'd hang out with a bat for like 3
If
hours.
you could ask a bat a question, what would you ask it?
Ooh. If I could ask a bat a question, what would I ask it?
If you were like talking to a bat and you were just like, and it could just answer you any question, what would you ask a bat?
What does it feel like to hang upside down for you?
Oh, interesting.
I don't know, that's what I'd ask it.
You just ask it what it feels like to hang upside down.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool question, yeah. It's a neat question.
I mean, it probably feels different for the bat because they have a system that is meant to handle that.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know what it feels like.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to ask a bat what it felt like to hang out upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your question.
What would you ask the bat?
What would I ask the bat? Okay, now you're allowed. Cause see, after you give an answer, you can deflect the question.
Well, it's not deflected.
Well, it's rebuttal.
Returned.
Returned. Reflected. Side-flected.
Sure, what would you ask the bat?
I'm just trying to delay so I can think
What
of a
would
question.
you ask the bat?
I would ask the bat. Oh man. What would I ask the bat if I could ask it one question?
What its favorite bug snack is?
No. I think I'd like to know from a bat how far it can like find food with its like radar thingy, its like sonar, like blips.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd want to know like how far does that work?
The
like,
echolocation.
Yeah, the echo thing. Like how far can a bat like echolocate something? That would be my question. I just want to know.
But do you think the bat would be able to answer that? The bat would probably just
Well, the bat would know. The bat would know.
Yeah, but
How
that's
would that not know how far it can find some food?
Because that's like someone asking you, how far do you see? You don't know. I see far! Right?
Huh.
Sorry.
Damn. Well, I'd still ask it that anyways. I'd see what it said. What it would say.
Fair.
But yeah, and then I'd ask it if it farts. Just for something silly.
Bats fart.
Yeah. Bat gas? Do you have bat gas?
Bat gas.
Do you have bat gas?
Bat gas.
Bat gas. What powers the Batmobile? Bat gas.
That's funny.
Bat gas.
Alright. I want to
Bat
watch
gas.
Friday the 13th.
Bat gas.
Done.
Imagine that though, like if the Batmobile ran out of gas and then there was just thousands of bats that flew into it and farted and then it was like juiced up and then they flew off and the Batmobile was there and it was like good to go, powered again. That's how Batman made his escape.
I love Batman.
Batman's cool. But yeah, let's go watch a movie.
Okay.
We're making popcorn.
Yeah.
We're putting margarine and just some salt.
If you want to add salt and vinegar,
do we still have some?
I have no idea.
We'll check. But yes, thank you for coming out to the bar. We hope you enjoyed the Friday the 13th episode. Here, bring the candle up, and I'll bring this, and then.
That's hot as fuck.
What? Well, don't hold it too long. Ooh, spooky.